That's like zombie spores, food poisoning, slime lung. You can also use it for cleaning stations for your dupes, what I would call a licky boy, which are, where are we looking? These things. You put bleach stone in there and then it cleans off your dupes. I rarely, if ever, use them, but you can do. If you're playing on a map that's very germy, or if you're playing on settings that are really germy. I might actually do him facing that way. Like a big boy. And we'll have a little smart battery behind him as usual. And the idea of getting this powered up right now makes me a little bit scared. That's okay. Because we do not have the power to run like all these things yet. Got to get all the sweepers and stuff in yet. There's quite a bit to do with this build. That's why I kind of want to get the outline done as quick as we can. And we can do the rest on lower priority. So yeah, this is an example now of doing too much priority 9. But I can afford to do it for a cycle or so. And then we'll rein it back in and go to like priority 8 and 7 again just to get the build finished. Meanwhile, our trees are starting to get online. There's probably going to be some overlap by the looks of it because I didn't really pay much attention to them. Why are they stifling? Pressure. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to need to pump some decent amount of gas down here as well. We'll drop the carbon dioxide anyway. We're just putting some airflow tiles or something, I guess, to let all this fluid oxygen and stuff out. Meh. Realistically, this can ultimately be a sealed build, I would think. Unless we really want them to be harvesting it, which I'm not sure if I do yet. Probably do. We'll say on this one it could be like 80-30 maybe. That should be fine. Still got a shitload of water up here. Alright then. Come on. Greatest use is the ore scrubber. Yeah. I forget about the ore scrubber. Yeah, we don't want anything. It's also used for salt vines and gassy moors. Yeah, none of these are particularly useful. That's one of the problems, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the weird thing is chlorine is actually quite an interesting gas. You can do some fun stuff with it. Like, because its liquefying point is so low. Liquefaction? You can do quite a bit of fun stuff with it, but it's meh. It's one of the prettiest chemicals in the game as well when it's in liquid form, I think, personally. Looks all green and toxic and nice. Okay. Someone here weeks ago arguing that the ore scrubber was very useful. Really? I'm trying to argue my point, but he was very insistent. It can be if you're playing on a map where you're playing on like extreme deadly. Don't ever interrupt me like that ever again. Don't ever interrupt me again.
Which one?
Oh, I have no preference. I don't think.
Okay.
You have a preference.
I like the.
I'll have the ones that you don't like. I thought condensation was when it was changing from. Oh yeah, I suppose. Is it condensation? Are you condensing gaseous chlorine? I suppose you are, aren't you? It's weird. Condensation I only really attribute to water, because steam is at that state because it's been boiled. I suppose chlorine's been boiled, hasn't it? This is boiled off liquid chlorine. So yeah, condensation point. Yeah. Conversion of a vapor or gas to liquid. Yeah, it's weird. My brain just didn't tie those two things together. But of course, it's because when I think boiling point, I think hot, hot, hot like a kettle, not, you know. Right. That's all that done. You might as well dig this tile out whilst you're here, and deconstruct all of these. I'll get these done. Nice. I'm going to go back to speed 2, I think, because it feels like they get work done way quicker in speed 2 than speed 3, so we'll be on speed 2 for a little bit. Alright. It is what it is. Yeah, I need to build this up a little bit. Can we genuinely not reach that? I thought we'd be okay. Put a little mesh tiling over here. Fuel. And if we want to put some pumps in there, we've got some space, some pumps as well. I'm not sure if we're going to be all that bothered, but we can do. Like, I don't know if we're really going to have much of a use for carbon dioxide if I'm not going to be bothering with slick stores. Okay. Good, good. Right, so we'll get all this tidied out as well. And I think after this we'll rein in the priority 9s. As I say, I just want to get these last few bits done. And then I can put in all the wires, all the pipes and all that stuff as well. Should really try and slap some more decor around, but there's a lot of the base that's just terrible, regardless of whether we've got decor around here. I could like put in some statues and stuff around here, but the plan was to leave space for tubes for later. I could put in a few like statues here and there, I guess. Make it a little bit prettier. Just to give them a bit more of an average decor hit here and there. Although there's wires everywhere over here, so it ain't going to be that good. Getting cooling, really could just use oil. Getting cooling, what's that? Liquid chlorine, you're saying? How are the old dupes doing today? Not too bad, Mecha. How are you doing? Not too bad at all. Nice. Yeah, the decor's never going to be good around here because, as I say, we've got like lots of wiring and clutter and crap. Lots of piping as well. Don't forget, we've got a lot of piping converging around here. How much piping's been affected? Heavy watt conductive wire, insulated gas pipe, insulated liquid pipe. Fire poles have a negative effect on decor. I didn't realise that. Yeah, it's never going to be pretty around here, but if we can up the average a little bit, why not? Okay. Well, they finished doing all this digging stuff as well now, which is fine. Right then, so let me start planning out what's going to go where in here. So I think, as annoying as this is going to be, I think I know I'm going to do this. So, instead of having a receptacle here, we'll have a chute. That's not where I asked for that chute, god damn it. We'll have an chute. There's going to be no dupe access here, so I can dump all the wood into here. And I'm going to have a loader on every level as well. And it's going to be for collecting the shit. I'm not sure if we care about collecting the shit, but we could do. So we'll plan for it. Alright. So what we'll basically have is our... I'm going to change the priority and all this in a minute, so don't panic too much. So the wood is going to come from over here. It could come from the bottom, I guess. Let's do it like this. That'll be pretty. That'll be pretty. Here is our wood. Which can do this. And then this. Oh shit, that's wrong. One second. The Bob, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. And again, welcome to the stream, mate. Anything you want to ask, ask away. There is no noobish questions here. Ever. Alright then, so that's my lumber being dwopped on the floor. And it'll be split into the 6 equal piles. These can all be working. And then we'll just need to get our polluted dirt wherever I want the polluted dirt to go. Which, again, not kind of decided yet. Oh, and I need to rein in the priority of all this construction stuff. So let's just rein that back a little bit. We'll go to like an 8 now. We'll finish this with a 9, and then all this stuff can be an 8. Learn and grown as usual, finally getting past the mid-game slump. Nice. If I were to liquidize natural gas somehow, what use would it have? When you... so basically... Alright, there's a chain that I probably need to explain first so that you understand. So, natural gas comes from crude oil, right? Crude oil gets boiled off into petroleum. Petroleum gets boiled off into sour gas. Sour gas is then condensed into liquid methane. Liquid methane boils off into natural gas. If you were to cool and condense natural gas, it would become liquid methane, and then it would boil off again back into natural gas. So that's the chain. So methane, natural gas and methane are derived from oil. Oil has many state changes to get there though. Oil into petroleum, petroleum into sour gas condensed into liquid methane boils off into natural gas. That's how it works. You can get it from gassy moves though. You can do that, Bob, to answer your question. There's also geysers and vents in the map. So these over here... This buoy down here is giving me natural gas. This, guys, it's currently dormant, but gives you natural gas. Is there a reason to boil it all the way to natural gas so we can just use petroleum for power? Yeah, there's a huge power difference. So converting oil into petroleum, even if you use a petroleum boiler rather than the refinery, and, you know, convert it a better ratio, petroleum generators will only get you a certain amount of power. You'll get like 8 times more power or something if you go that extra step. Boil it off into sour, condense the sour to liquid methane, methane into natural gas. You get way more power doing a sour gas burner. It's something crazy. Yeah, it's 16 times. It's something daft. I can't remember the exact figures. I say a different number every time. It's a ridiculous amount more power. I've got the calculations written down somewhere. I just don't know where the fuck they are. It's an ungodly amount more power. So yeah. The only difference with doing it with doing petroleum is you get more carbon dioxide out of the deal. Even if you get that carbon dioxide, feed it to slicksters, turn that oil into petroleum, put that petroleum into petroleum gens, it's still not anywhere near as power efficient. And again, it's the final sums. It's something like, it might be like 16 times. It's something daft. It's a ridiculous difference. So if you can boil your oil off, if you've got the infrastructure to do it, if you've got the dupes free to do it, make yourself a sour gas boiler. It's one of the more fun builds in the game. Arguably one of the last fun, complicated, funky builds. Arguably. That actually has a use. There's a lot of builds out there that are fun but maybe don't have a purpose. Realistically. Alright, so they're doing all the shenanigans at the minute. I can hook up all this stuff to the same wires as well. It's going to be a bit messy, but we can do that too. So all this will then be on one wire. And all these sweepers and loaders, again, they only draw power when they're in use, so it doesn't matter if you've got 2 doing the same workload as 50, it doesn't matter. The amount of sweepers and loaders you have, they only use what they're consuming. So 1 busy loader is the same as 6, you know, rarely busy ones. Providing they're moving the same amount of mass. Put some more art around here and stuff as well, shouldn't we? Now that we've got fibres and stuff for days, let's slap in a load of like canvases everywhere. Made of gold. And we'll go bang, 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 bang. And then we'll flip it, otherwise Perpetual will be mad. We'll go bang, bang, bang. Oh shit, there's a thing in the way here. Bang. Just because, why not? Oh, that's not where I wanted you. Ooh. Nice. This wire in the middle, I was going to say it can be ripped out, but it can't really. I've kind of got to have that wire there. A little bit annoying. I'd like to rejig this as well. I don't need to have this block here. I'll make it a little bit ugly, but... Game? Hello? Game? Nice. A volcano pretty close to my base. I don't know what to do with that. I should know some guides and whatnot. Yeah, boiler builds, mate. Volcanoes are a good source of heat. An extreme source of heat. Do some good stuff with them. It's normally a little bit scary, but it's good shit. I would recommend it. If you've reached the point in your base where you've got very little else to do, start thinking about derping around with some volcanoes. Why not? Okay, so this is mostly built down here. We'll make these a priority 8. Get these last bits of wire done. Done all the conveyors. These can now be set to lumber, and I might let them run around and collect some of the lumber that's out in the world for now as well. So we'll do this. The only problem is, if I do that now before this is sealed off, they will be very, very busy dupes and they'll get stuck in a loop. So we'll just leave that for now. And on the next, in fact I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do a quick save and load, guys, because I've got a few little bugged wires and stuff kicking around, so I'd like to do a quick restart whilst we can. So I'll wait to the end of the night cycle, and then we'll do a quick reload. And I think now is as good a time as any. I'm just going to the chill scene in a sec. Does anybody feel like giving me a fucking massage with a sledgehammer? Ideally, this shoulder today. Anyone? Is there a reason you didn't wild plant the trees? I just can't be asked at the minute, mate. We've got quite a few wild trees anyway because we've had pips running all over the place. Yeah, we've got quite a few arbitraries just in the wild, so... If you have a hammer, sure. Thanks, Sandmakin. Good to know I can depend on you. Be right there, I've got the sledge. Thanks, Maestro. It's crunching. How to solve all the power issues in this game. Add hamsters as tameable creatures. Space Panzer, it's funny you say that. We've been hoping that one day we'll get hatches that can be tethered to manual gens. I'm surprised nobody's made like a proper mod for it yet. There might already be a mod out there for it, so that you could put hatches. You know, imagine building a hatch ranch and having 8 manual gens in there as well. Maybe they don't generate 400 watts. Maybe because they're only little boys, they generate 100 watts or something. It'd be really cool. Have hatch ranches generating your power. Imagine it like a little lead coming off there and your hatch can still roam around a little bit, but then every now and again he jumps on and gives you a bit of free power. Give people more incentive to ranch as well. So yeah, we've got quite a few like wild trees just kicking around on the map that we can sort of harvest when we want. I've just not really set any harvest priorities on them yet. One thing that I do want to do, I think I put a storage down here for mealwood seeds. I want to dig up all the mealwoods. I don't want any of them anymore because all they're doing is causing busy work for my dupes whenever their stuff rots. That's an oxyfern, but whatever. I'd like to get rid of all these feckers and stop the pips from replanting them again. Because I hate them. With all my heart. I really don't want them anymore. So like this now, because I have my storage set to collect, you know, rotten food and stuff really quickly, because I don't want rotten food off-gassed in the wrong places. When the mealwoods rot, my dupes end up running over and collecting it with like priority 9. So I don't want any mealwoods. They can all die in a fire. I don't want some. I'm hoping they dig some up. Don't want some at all. And stupid pips have planted them everywhere. Like real jerks. Everywhere. Everywhere they can. Oh. Stupid, sexy, helpful pips. I better be on the planting overlay for this, but I don't really want the legs. Yeah, get rid of all these. They're fucking everywhere. Some of them are going to be miles away from home as well, so my dupes will end up running miles just to pick up some mouldy meal lice. Which, again, it's not good. Not good at all. Jesus, they're fucking everywhere. Oh. I mean, they were trying to do me a favour, but I did call this out a couple of streams back. Like, it will be a pain in the ass at some point. We're now at that point. I should have kept on top of it sooner, to be fair. But we've got a storage with, like, I think we've got priority 9 on seeds, so hopefully they'll go and dig all these up. And stop all the rotten foods then, hopefully. I think this is priority 9 anyway. If not, it should be. Yeah, priority 9. Yeah. Better hide the seeds well, because those bastard pips will replant them. Use them in the juicer. Wait, do you need to put seeds in the juicer? I've not even used that yet. Where is it? Where is the juicer? Is it a station? Furniture? Juicer. So it needs mushrooms, bristleberries, or meal lice. Oh! Oh, so I could use some of these meal lice for it. Fruity juice can really brighten the duplicant's break time. Does it need to be in a rec room, or can it just be anywhere? Ah. I could have put it up in the disco. And what else does it need, sorry? Power and liquid. And the liquid is wetter. Fruity juice. Where should we put a juicer? I feel like it should be in a rec room. Should we put a couple of juices over here just for now? Wait, what's this? It's a good mod to turn seeds into cold. Too many damn seeds. It doesn't only convert it a really tiny amount now. If the view was top down, we could have Hatch's power in the Wheel of Pain from Conan. If you'd only killed the pips, and I told you. No, they're very handy. I like the pips. They're good boys. They're good boys. Where should we put a couple of juices, guys? Should I just put a couple in here? Okay. Oh, did I only leave one gap between? Oh, I did. These are bigger than I thought. Boop. Does it matter what temperature the water is? Does it need to be cool? Do you really need 2? I don't know. Alright, I'll just put 1 in. Jesus. Big old grumpy Gus at the minute, you know that? You really need 2? Well, no. No. Probably didn't need 2 of any of these fucking stupid things that I've put in either, but I did it. I've not used any of them yet, but I did it. Oh, so you can't choose... Wait. Oh, it uses all at once. Oh, so you need all of those things. So you need mushroom, bristleberry, and meal louse. Oh, that's not as fun. Morale +4, strength +1. Ah. That's kind of cool. Oh, it was a question. I don't know the answer. Oh, I thought you were just... Well, you see, Perpetual, this is what happens when you're very negative lately. You see? I took that instantly as you being a jerk. And you weren't being a jerk for once, but it's the old boy that cried wolf. And in this scenario, you are both the boy and the wolf, because the wolf is a shitbag, and you are the boy as well. You see? I never know. It's like the whole Kappa face thing. I don't know when you're being sarcastic and when you're being nice. You can't have it both ways. I'm only reading the text. It's very hard to distinguish. Alright, I should have done all those digs as like a high priority because now they are low. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, I want all these to be done now. Oh, this is annoying. Oh, no. Well, let's get rid of the ones that I can see. I don't really want to go around the map and do all these again. But I do want them to be ripped out because... Fuck these stupid meal ice. We'll just leave our dupes for a bit. We'll give them a little bit of time. Let them sort their lives out. All of this has now been done as well, so we can do a little cheeky moop up here. Is there any more water? Not that I can see. Nice. Moo, how are you? How's it going? Not played Oni for ages because I got bored with it. Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit scared now that because they're releasing these free little contents. I'm worried that the paid DLC is a long way off. And I mean, obviously, we do have mods and stuff now. We do have mods and stuff now to sort of keep the interest going a little bit, spicing things up a little bit. But realistically, that can only go so far, can't it? That can only extend us so much time. I'm worried it's going to just become a dead game, is the main thing. Like, they seem so focused on Grifflands and stuff now. Oni's kind of gone on the back burner, and it's so unfinished and not polished. Kind of a shame. Hello, boys. Having a little meeting up here, are you? What exactly do you think the paid DLC will be? I think eventually they are going to let you move to different asteroids, I think. My guess would be that they're going to let you move to different asteroids. We're never going to be able to have two bases going at the same time because the game won't be able to handle it. But what they might allow you to do is restart on a different asteroid and take some resources with you. I can see that being a thing. Like building a cargo rocket, and the cargo that you load it with, you take with you to the next place with your dupes all trained up at the levels that they are, and I can see something like that happening. You know, that then opens up as well for like different biomes, different critters and stuff as well to spice up the game. I don't know. They can't add any sort of co-op. They can't add any sort of head-to-head PvP or anything. The game just doesn't suit it. It doesn't allow it. But letting you start over fresh with your dupes skilled as they are onto a new world with new challenges, I can see that being a thing. There'll be one DLC for radioactive stuff on nuclear power because that's been in the game for ages. It's not released. No, that's not quite true. The materials have been in the game. There's a lot of materials in this game. We've got like fucking liquid helium, gaseous helium, all these sorts of things. I don't think they're going to add nuclear until they give us some really hungry buildings that require nuclear. If we did nuclear power now, what would we spend it on? Manual gens are still fine. You know what I mean? So, I think they'd have to add a lot of content before we get nuclear. Or, at the same time as nuclear, they add us some crazy buildings that take a shitload of power. I mean, what could they be? What buildings can they add to the game now that take a load of power? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. A teleporter. Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you need the nuclear reactor to power your teleporter. Oh, now you're thinking. Maybe that's what it is. But all I know is it's probably not going to be anytime soon. That's all I know. I think I kind of want this to be as out of the build as possible. It's going to be our little trickle of water. We're going to need to have all of these merging together. Let me just figure this out. So I'll put 500 grams a second. So we can have all this merge into one pipe. You're going to come down like that. Damn it, I didn't mean to click off that. You're going to come down here. Maybe we'll have like a reservoir or something there just to collect everything. Boop. There's our piping done. Not priority 9, seriously. Priority 7 will be fine. Get all that done. Black hole generator so you can finally store the abyss slate dug up. Meteor lasers. There's already a mod for that. We've got that mod running at the minute. Meteor lasers. Do you like to try Don't Starve Shipwreck? Mosi, I've not played Don't Starve Shipwrecked a lot. I played quite a bit of Don't Starve Together. I played Shipwrecked a little bit. It drove me crazy. I couldn't get into it. But I have got it. I've just not played it in ages. And they can overhaul power to be slightly more realistic. I don't think there's going to be any massive fundamental change with the game. Like from the base game, don't forget DLC, you know. I don't think you're going to expect any massive changes to the fundamental game. I think it'd be additional tack-on content. I wouldn't expect any massive changes to the game, personally. I could be totally wrong, but I think the game's limitations that it has already, as soon as you start adding more content to the game, more processes, more different jobs for your dupes to do, you're going to need more dupes in your bases, blah, 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 blah. Before you know it, the game doesn't run anymore again. So I think we need to be conscious that the game is already kind of bottlenecked at the minute. I can't see him adding a lot of stuff to the base game. I just can't. It sucks, but I don't see it. You like this game? Do you like this game can be multiplayer online? This will never be a multiplayer game, I don't think. I don't think so. Again, I could be wrong. A lot of this stuff, I mean, I've been wrong in the past, guys. A lot of this stuff I could be totally wrong about, but knowing how the game is bottlenecked already, I can't see us ever been able to play, like, simultaneous or head-to-head or anything like that. We missed the final bridge in the ethanol. Am I really? Oh, yeah, I am. Down here. Well spotted. Well spotted. Don't tell me it's fun when it all doesn't work. That's not a big deal, Dover. I'd have seen it eventually. Right then. So the other thing that I want in here is some sort of cooling loop. We've got salt water to use, which I think we're going to use. Actually, we're not going to use polluted water. So I'll need to do a bit of bridge malarkey up here, I think, to give me a line down here as well. And then the hot salt water feed from here is this line, which is actually really close to the build. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll get all this piping done first. There's a lot of piping for them to be doing, and then we'll figure out the next bit. They're currently collecting lumber. Oh, they are. I didn't really want them to start harvesting these trees yet. I want to be collecting the lumber from in the world. Now you can see how our lumber's going to get split into the room, which is fine. I might set all these to like a 1 for now. Yeah, let's set all these to a 1. There's old Prior here. It's an eager beaver. There we go. No, fuck it. We can harvest these. We can harvest these. Why not? I just won't allow manual use on the things for now. It's free wood. May as well. We're consuming the dirt, so... balls to it. Let's just get rid of these now. I know we're ripping out a few lettuce here, but we've got so many of them on the other side of the map, it should be fine. I'd like to dig out all this crap as well if we can. Let's do a few like low prio digs in here. Okay. The last place where we've built a sealed power generation, I forgot to put in a power wire. Shut up! Didn't notice that until way too late. I don't remember this. I mean, there's been many derps in my time playing this game, guys, and I definitely don't remember that one. That one probably didn't happen. I'm going to say that never happened. And you guys are jerks. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this can just pump regardless, I think. Alright. I don't want to be too impatient here. I kind of want to just get to this when they can. Because I would like them to be ripping out all these meal license stuff. Like this jerk. This jerk. I want them out of here. Literally planted shit everywhere. This jerk. Stupid pips. So that's kind of enough. That's it. They're not getting home enough. We went over this a couple of streams back. They're not getting home in time to sleep. I don't remember if I gave them another hour of sleep. I can give them like another hour maybe. Just sucks. The map is vast. I'll need to change the clocks as well. I'll need to change the lights. Yeah, map's too big. Too big. No, it's not too big. The map is a good size. It's just these things need to be considered, I guess. We probably need more dupes, honestly, on a map this big. But again, I'm kind of worried about the old lag at the minute. Good, good. Oh. Okay. I'm being patient. I struggle so hard, but I'm being patient. How's glass kiln work? It produces molten glass. How do I use it to make soul generators? You just pour that molten glass into something to cool it down. The downtime before sleep to just get less downtime till late getting home. No! Why would you do that? That way they're going to be more stressy. At least this way you know that they're getting their morale hit for the day. Oh, you guys are jerks. You guys are real jerks. And it's going to fuck everything up. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm not happy with it though. Look, now look how inefficient all my boys are going to be. You guys are idiots. I'm going to have to change all my things. Why would they be inefficient? Put less sleep time. What? You mean to get them home earlier, is what you're saying. I don't like that. I want them to make sure they have nice relaxation time. Oh, I'm gonna have to change all these clocks. These are all going to be wrong. That's why Ashcan's was tired. You've been torturing the night owls. What? No. No, I've not. Not true. Just they're not all night owls. Not true. I didn't torture anyone. They're fine. Right, okay, hold on a sec. So, these boys... Oh, God, how am I going to fucking wing this now with this? It's going to have to be in, like... I don't know, in there or something? And this will be... What was that, sorry? If you give them enough downtime to make it back to base, you only need one block of bedtime. They'll sleep until 100% recovered and then wake up. Oh, so you should change all this to downtime then? Really? So if you had 3 downtime and 3 bed, make it 5 downtime and 1 bed. Okay. Alright, well now it just seems like we're giving them too much time off. Doing dish and stud. Can't be too kind to these boys. Alright, that kind of makes sense, I guess. So that force them home and then they've got time to sleep. That makes sense. I will take on board what you guys say, but on the same token, you have to understand, this isn't a holiday camp. You know? If they don't get sleep, it's because they didn't run home fast enough. Jerks. Gotta remember, you don't want them getting too comfortable. They'll never want to leave. Get rid of these things. Get them out of here. Sneaky little meal less. Right, okay. Oh, so cute. So cute. Alright, alright. Good. Yeah, you see, this is very wrong. Sleep. Sleep. Now get up. Get to work. Why is he sleeping so long? Why did Otto just sleep to then? Because he was knackered? Maybe it'll take a couple of cycles to fix itself. We'll rein that back a little bit. Right there. Lights in the bedrooms? Yeah. I want it to be mostly lit up throughout the day, but when they come home to sleep, the lights go off. That's what I want. Wait, they will keep sleeping as long as the block... They will keep sleeping as long as the block following bedtime is work time. Downtime or bath time for them to wake up, work time does not. Oh! So they'll sleep in later then, but they'll always be rested. Okay. Kind of makes sense, but doesn't seem like the sort of prison internment camp that we're meant to be working here. Let's build a statue next to printing pods, compensate the lack of symmetry in this room. No. No. This is fine. Why all the doors in the bedrooms? Because we had lots of critters coming around here earlier that were like shine bugs and stuff that were flying in here and trolling my dupes. We could probably open all the doors now, in fairness, but it's alright. It's such a minimal thing for them to open an airlock. It's not really a big deal. Right, this is now finished. So we should have our conveyors are all in place, and our piping from this little pump is done. We just need to get to this little piece of pip here, which is fine. We'll also set you to like, I don't know, 3,000. Something like that. And then the last thing we need to do is get in some sort of radiator loop. So we will want, I'm going to do this with some aluminium and some granite, I think. And we'll go like bang. I do probably want to run this pretty hot, I guess. We'll do this. Some tink like this. With a map this big, given 2 blocks, maybe go over the really long range boys. Doesn't hurt much since they need a bit less than 2 blocks of sleep, so the loss is pretty minor. They've slept enough. They're fine. So it connects to, so granite to radiant. Oh wait, radiant to granite, radiant to granite, granite. I need to put the loopy stuff over here, I think. Oh, didn't ask for that game. Did not want that, thank you very much. And I've kind of realised I've made a derp in this corner. So, let's see. Where do I want my water coming in? Water's going to come out there. Slap a bridge in here. Okay. fine. And then the salt water's going to come from up here. Check. And then this... a little bridge there. Maybe a bit of a mess here, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a bit messy here, but that's fine. I think that'll work. I'm doing this stuff now with an 8.